What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be going over some steps, some tools, some techniques, a process that I go through in order to overcome my traumas, my past life traumas, my childhood traumas, my adulthood traumas, terrible memories that I've experienced that I'm trying to pretty much conquer, get rid of, or gain power over. To gain dominion over. Speaking of dominion, I will be dropping a article on my website, www.mygodlypotential.com. It's going to be titled Dominion, how to gain dominion, or how to gain authority over your traumas. Now, this article is going to be more in depth. It's going to give examples, stories of the things that I've been through and how I pretty much, or the process I use to get rid of them or to gain dominion over them. Now, for this video, though, I'm still going to go over the process just without all the storyline and all the breakdown of it. So, how to gain dominion over your traumas or just memories that you no longer want to experience. We'll scratch that. How to gain control, or how to gain power. How to take the power back. How to take the energy back from memories that you know or that didn't suit you well, so to speak. The first thing that I did, disclaimer, I'm not saying that this will work for everybody. This is simply what I did. I'm not saying this process will help with extremely traumatic things such as PTSD from war or childhood, from witnessing murder, witnessing death, survivor's guilt, molestation, rape, all that. I don't know if this process will help, being that I didn't experience those things and I didn't apply these techniques to those things. I'm simply sharing the process that I went through in order to get rid of my traumas from childhood, which encompasses, like, what's the word? Fear of speaking out, you can say. Mental abuse. It's a long list of it. In fact, I'm not even going to go through it here, but it will be in the article, in the post at mygodlypotential.com. But enough of that. The process. How to gain dominion over your traumas. First thing is, we must understand where the traumas are, right? It is my belief, it is my opinion that the traumas reside within the subconscious mind. Okay? So in order to begin to work with these traumas, these bad memories, we must go to the subconscious mind in order to do that. Now, you might ask, how do you do that? How do we get to the subconscious mind in order to begin to work on these traumas? Well, during your waking life, the conscious mind, or not waking life, your waking hours or whatever, the conscious mind is at the forefront. It's doing all the things. It's what you're constantly thinking of. Your subconscious mind is in the background. And when you're sleeping, the subconscious mind arises, so to speak, and the subconscious sinks. Right? That's why when you're sleeping, you're not constantly aware of what's going on. You might be able to recall the dream here and there, but if you can recall the dream, it's not just a dream, that's a message. Okay, so how do we contact, or how do we get it in touch with the subconscious mind. One way, this is not even related to this process, but one way to get in contact with the subconscious mind, this is just extra stuff if you want to do to program the subconscious mind for other things, such as like a manifestation of your goals or whatever. Right when you're waking and sleeping. So right when you're falling asleep, you're dozing off, the subconscious mind is becoming more pronounced, it's coming to the forefront more. It's in more control than the conscious mind. So if you want to program your mind for something, when you're falling asleep, it's a good time to go over affirmations, mantras, and envision your goals or whatever. Same thing when you're waking up. The first 10, 15 minutes of waking up, the subconscious mind is very impressionable because it's still like pretty much running the show, so to speak. So it'd be a good time to do those things that I just mentioned. But how to get to the subconscious mind in order to get over these traumas. First, you got to get in a trance state through meditation. You can go through hypnosis, but I prefer meditation. So you want to get into the meditative state through simple meditation. I prefer the Vipassana meditation. It's pretty much when you're not focused on anything except for you're not focused on anything. You're not focused on the breath. You're not focused on the mantra. You're not focused on the mudra. You are just sitting there observing. You are the observer. So get in this state. Do the Vipassana meditation. Do that for about 10 to 15 minutes where you're at a state where pretty much you're the observer. You can observe your body. You can observe your thoughts. You can observe everything that's going on. That is a good state to be for this. So you get to that state. You're now tapped into the subconscious. From there, you want to bring up that memory, bring up that trauma. This may invoke a lot of negative emotions, but that's what you got to go through. So bring up that memory from the subconscious mind. And from there, you're going to want to go through that memory, go through that trauma, as difficult as it may be. For one, going through it, rewatching it over and over again, it takes some energy out of it because it's repressed. Let's say it's suppressed, it's repressed. Let's say you caged it up, you put it in the box, you don't want to think about that shit again, right? Well, if it's in the box, it's locked, it's sealed, that shit still contains energy. So by opening up that box, looking into it constantly, it's releasing that energy. That's the first thing, right? The second reason why you want to do this is because going through it over and over, not only does it take the power away, but you begin to develop a different understanding of what happened, right? You look at it from a more, I guess, objective point of view, right? Now, I would say this is only for the cases not including like where somebody like took advantage of you in some type of way. But in other cases, like your parent yelled at you and it created a certain pattern in you. You can look at it from perspective of, okay, my parent was like 20-some years old. I'm 20-some years old now, and clearly I don't really understand what's going on. So they didn't have any fucking clue what's going on. So you can get a more of a sympathy for them, right? So you go through the memory over and over again. You want to go through it a few times. But each time you go through it, you're going to want to remember, right? Small little details of it. Each time you go through it, you want to recall what you smelled, if you can, what you heard when it happened, what you saw, if you were touching anything, what you feel, right? Like I said, what you hear. You want to go through all the senses. And by doing this, it takes away the power. So, go through that memory. Go through it over and over and over again until it no longer has an extreme effect on you. It's the same thing if you have something bottled up in you. When you finally tell somebody, you just feel like, ah. Another thing is, speaking of that, it's great when you make videos like this, right? If you make a YouTube channel, you start a blog, you start a website, you start putting your fucking information out there, all your fucking shit in your head out there. It relieves pressure. It opens you up, right? You get it out of you into the world, to the universe. And that frees up so much in you. But I digress. So You want to go re-over it. You want to go over it again and again and again, a couple of times till it no longer invokes that response out of you, where you get chills and you goosebumps and that emotion comes up, right? So after you've done that a few times, here's the thing that I was taught by my meditation teacher, and he got it from, it's a thing called the Sedona method, where pretty much through meditation, they teach you a way to get rid of negative programming within you from past things, right? So when you're living this, or when you're revisiting this memory, this event, after you've done it over and over again, simply you're going to ask yourself these two questions once you're looking at that event again. The first question is, can I let go of this negative feeling? Then you answer yourself. You say yes. The second question is, when can I let go of this negative feeling? You answer yourself. You say now. As simple as that may sound, that is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Because you're giving your subconscious mind, you're giving yourself permission to let go of something, to let go of a negative feeling. Because let's say you were holding on to it in that little box for keepsake. Your subconscious mind, your mind didn't know that you pretty much locked it away because you didn't want it. Maybe they thought you locked it away because you wanted it, right? It's like you put anything inside a vault. It's because you want that shit. You want to keep that protected. So by simply stating, can I let go of this negative feeling? You say yes. They say, when can I let go of this negative feeling? You say now. It releases it. It's like the subconscious mind, like, oh fuck, here, get this energy. So that negative energy, that negative experience, the energy behind it gets released. Or you can go over that a few times until that feeling doesn't come back up anymore. So the first thing is, like I said, recap, go through the subconscious mind. Tap into the subconscious mind by getting in the trance state. I recommend the Vipassana meditation to get there. Do it about 10 to 15 minutes so you get to a state of being the observer. From there, you're going to want to revisit the memory of the event. That's step 2. So relive it. Thinking of all the things all the details, things you hear, things you hear, things you see, things you smell, if you read anything, things you taste. How was your mouth? Was your mouth dry? Whatever, right? What'd you feel? Huh? Would you rub your hands? Would you rub your fucking hands on your legs because you're nervous? What was it? You go through all the senses. Step 3, you ask yourself those questions. Can I let go of this negative feeling? You answer yourself, yes. When can I let go of this negative feeling? You ask yourself again. You say now. And you go through that process over and over and over again. That seems extremely simple, especially when you're dealing with heavy traumas. But my question to you is, what else did you got to lose by not trying it? These are the things that I do in order to get rid of it. Mainly childhood things. Because it's difficult when it comes to childhood things, because you can see how your life is and you might have a trait that you do not like. First of all, if there's a thing about you that you do not like, that lets you know that that isn't the real you. The real you is your ideal self. That is the real you. You don't like that about yourself because the real you knows that that isn't you. Okay? That's the first thing. So, once you got that, like I said, it becomes difficult because you might find that thing that you do not like about yourself. Now you got to backtrack as to why you behave that way. Like, right? You want to be extroverted. You admire people that's extroverted. You admire them because that's the real you. And you wonder, why am I not extroverted? Then you try to look back. That's when you go back into your memory. Like, was there a point when I was shamed, shunned, or like told not to be extroverted, not to be outspoken, outgoing, whatever? That's when it's difficult because you got to go back and trace it. You might have a memory pops up, then You might try to work through that and realize that that isn't cutting it, right? It's not the source, it's not the root. So you got to go deeper and deeper and deeper. Sometimes it takes you to a past life. It happens, right? You might wonder why you got headaches. You realize in the past life, you were hit in the head with an axe and you died that way, or whatever. But you want to go through that process, those steps. Like I said, as simple as it may sound, it works. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. If it helps you, come back to this video, leave in the comments, let me know it helped. If you would like me to touch on other things, leave in the comments, let me know. Send me a personal message on Instagram. All right. If this video was helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Share it with other people. Before I go, another recap. Get into the subconscious mind. Doing a meditation, get in a meditative state. I recommend the Vipassana. Fuck, I just forgot my own fucking theory. Okay, so tap to the subconscious mind, doing Vipassana, relive that event, go over all the details, everything that you can think of. And third is ask yourself those questions. Kind of let go of this negative feeling, yes. I'm going to kind of let go of it now. Continue to do that. Be on the lookout for that article on mygollypotential.com. Be sure to subscribe to the newsletter so you get notified of it when it drops. It's going to be more in detail, more in depth in this video. Yeah, if you haven't already subscribed for more. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.